Hey there, I'm Tyler, and welcome back. We got Sarah and Ethan with us today, and today we are all going to gang up together and build us a chicken coop. Alrighty, about to get started. The base is going to be pressure treated 2x4s and a 1/2-inch sheet of plywood right there, just so that any shavings that get really wet or any moisture underneath doesn't make this rot any faster. And then untreated 2x4s and T111 for the siding, Endura for the roof. We're going to build this thing kind of modular in the garage here, as it's kind of tight in that chicken coop and it's wet outside right now. So we're going to build a modular chicken coop, move it out there, and slap it together. What are we building?
Chicken coop.
Chicken poop?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. This is a relatively simple build with relatively simple tools. Got a couple drills and drivers. You can just use one drill and a circular saw, speed square, bunch of screws to slap everything together. Because we're going 46 inches, this is an 8-foot 2x4, we got this block in the middle that will be scrapped. So I'm making sure that I have the blade on this side and the blade on this side so that we have a true 46 inches every time. Now, is it really necessary in rough framing? Probably not, but I always like to be accurate. And I mark where that blade goes by my angled line when I mark things out so that I remember what I'm doing.
Do I just do like hit 1, 1, 2, 3?
What's the next one?
7, 13, 16.
37 and 13, 16. Okay, good job. We're going to see that together. And you want the 2x4 on the side of the X. The line with the X, step on it, make sure it's tight. Yep, is it lined up? That's pretty good. Step on it, make sure you step on it real good so it doesn't...
Can I go?
Yep, go ahead. There you go, good job. Okay, go ahead and drive it. This, and then it will square everything up. See the line? See the line?
Yep.
Make sure you guys are both on the same side. We're going to build the walls now, the side walls, and we'll do it on here so that it is flat. White one, white one. When I'm toe nailing boards like this, I like to go on an angle with the screws this way or this way, just to provide a little bit of extra grip, because we are going into the end grain of this board. We get more holding power if we toe nail it like that. Go ahead and set it down right over there. There you go. Straighten it up. Go. More. Keep going. There you go. Get some more screws. We're trimming out the door right now. We got 1x3 around the outside of the door. We're going to put 1x3 on the edges of the door, and this will allow us something to mount the hinges to. And then we'll do one decorative piece across, and this will match the shed door that's currently out there, angled from bottom to top. Some people wonder why not hang that diagonal support from top to bottom. Seems to me like I have a hinge right here. I might as well put that diagonal support on the bottom. I don't think it really matters in the end, but that's what we got on the shed, and it looks pretty good. So we're just gonna go ahead and use some 2.5-inch Power Pro screws right here. So I lined up the bottom angle that I cut right here, just lining up into the corner, striking a line with my square. We'll cut that, and we might have to finesse this cut to make it. As you can see, we got the trim for the man door all done, matches the profile trim of the shed. We are gonna have a little chicken opening right here that won't have a door. It'll have a flap of some sort to block some of the wind. And now we want to do the trim that will wrap the corner here and hide the edges of the T111 that you see over there. So it's going to be 2 pieces of 1x3 again, wrapped like this. We want to do it this way because this piece needs to be cut to match the profile of the wall, the angle of the wall that you can see over there. And the way I check to make sure that profile is right is grab my square. We can walk over here to this wall. This is the pivot point of our square. We're going to put it up against that top corner, pivot it down, make sure we're flush right here. And if we check, that is 13 plus a fraction, which is perfect because my CAD model I know is 13.2 for this angle right here. So we are dang good with our cuts. So that corner we were just talking about is gonna wrap right here. We wanna make sure that this board has that profile because it will sit flush against the 2x4 of the roof, which is gonna be right here, looking good. Going to be using the Graco TC Pro cordless. Make sure I got the screen in here because this paint has been sitting for a little while and has some floaties, as you can see. to the right. Go.
Not too bad.
Through the door. How are you going to get?
Do we stop it?
Door. But how are you gonna get
Yeah, go ahead. Ethan, your end goes on the bottom.
Bring it in here?
Sure. So, where does this thing end? Okay, let's stay there. I would like to take a second to thank today's sponsor, who is Carolina Shoe. As you can see, they have been powering all of us, keeping our feet safe and us going for the long hours of these various builds. My favorite pair is the 28 series, but as you can see, the kids have their own pair as well. And you can find some using the link down in the description below and use the code DIYTyler20 for 20% off various select pairs of boots. These Endura panels are great. These are older ones, by the way. There's a new design which I used in the shed, but these are just some that I had left over. You can cut with a circular saw, and you can cut perfectly fine with a utility knife. Most everything cut out for the nest boxes. There's going to be 5 boxes, but only 4 of them are going to be able to house chickens, at least on ours, because I need to mount this thing around a 4x4 that is structural for the shed. So we got to cut a portion of this out, leave the shed intact. Obviously, well, at least I would hope that would be obvious. I'm going to assemble these with the front on the ground because there's a piece that goes right here on the back, and this is what we'll mount to the chicken coop with. So laying it on the front like that makes it nice and flush on the front, gives me the proper spacing in the back. Got our laying boxes out here, and I cut a notch around it to get around this 4x4, sitting on top of the structural 2x4 of the shed. And we now need to cut out the side of the shed so that the hens can get in there. I'm just going to mark the profile, and we're going to cut a nice square out of there.
Stop being right there. Stop. Hey, Dad. The kids decided not to sleep in the chicken coop. You have to hold hands. I'll help you out if we get trapped.
Go ahead and set it down.